It was a dark and stormy night when I first laid eyes on Blackwood House. The estate had been abandoned for decades, its grandeur and beauty slowly being consumed by the passing of time. As I stepped out of my car and onto the crumbling driveway, a chill ran down my spine. The wind howled through the trees like a chorus of restless spirits, and the old mansion seemed to loom over me like a specter from another era. I had always been fascinated by the story of Blackwood House. It was said that the former owner, Malcolm Blackwood, had made a pact with dark forces to ensure his family's prosperity, but at a terrible cost. People whispered about the strange occurrences and unexplained events that took place within those walls, doors slamming shut on their own, disembodied whispers in the dead of night, and children vanishing into thin air. As I approached the entrance, a faint whisper seemed to caress my ear. "Welcome home," it said. I spun around, but there was no one in sight. The wind died down, and an unsettling silence fell over the estate. It was as if Blackwood House was waiting for me, watching me with unblinking eyes. I pushed open the creaky front door and stepped into a world of wonder and terror. The air inside was heavy with the scent of decay and rot. Cobwebs clung to the chandeliers like ghostly fingers, and the once luxurious furniture was now shrouded in a thick layer of dust. I felt as though I had entered a time capsule, one that would take me on a journey through the very fabric of madness. As I made my way deeper into the mansion, I began to uncover clues about Malcolm Blackwood's dark past. There were symbols etched into the walls, ancient runes that seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. In the basement, I found a hidden room filled with strange artifacts and forbidden knowledge. It was as if Blackwood had been delving into the very depths of darkness itself. But it wasn't until I stumbled upon the nursery that I realized the true horror of Blackwood House. The walls were adorned with faded portraits of children, their eyes seeming to follow me wherever I went. And in the center of the room, a single word was scrawled on the wall in blood-red letters: mine. Suddenly, the whispers returned, louder and more urgent than before. It was then that I understood the terrible truth about Blackwood House. The children who had gone missing all those years ago were not just random victims, they were offerings to Malcolm's dark patron, a being from beyond our world. I knew then that I had to escape, but it was too late. The walls began to close in around me, the whispers growing louder still. And when the darkness consumed me whole, I became a part of Blackwood House's cursed legacy, forever trapped within its labyrinthine corridors and whispering walls. Years later, people would speak of the strange occurrences at Blackwood House, doors opening on their own, disembodied voices in the dead of night, and children vanishing into thin air. But few would remember the whispers, or the terrible truth about Malcolm's pact with darkness. And as for me, I remain a part of that cursed legacy, forever doomed to whisper, "Welcome home," to those who dare to enter Blackwood House.